We need to eliminate 2 teams. We have a 3-way tie at the bottom. For a tie, and we'll definitely figure out some things. Miles, I need a monk milk. Bad. As advertised, it's supposed to inspire the drinker and grant them clarity of mind.
Well, we could certainly use that.
Mary Grace, you drink up too. We need as many ideas as we can get. Is she all good?
Strawberries and cream.
Okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Okay. Is there a world where we don't eliminate anyone?
Do you have time to record and produce 6 demos next week?
No, not really.
Can we give them a new challenge to decide who advances?
They've got to start writing the quarterfinal songs immediately after this filming.
Randomly deciding? Could we spin another wheel?
Roll the die.
Flip a coin?
We should just kill them all and pretend this season never happened.
Did you say you found your own playbill?
You don't need any more of that.
I got it.
What?
A knockout round.
Isn't that the same scheduling problem as before?
No, the winning song from the knockout is the song that competes against the top 3 teams in the quarterfinals.
Oh.
And you don't produce a demo for them, and there's no advising session.
Wow, that's some reality TV fighting for your life.
Not as fun as my idea. What's that, Miss Kit? She says you two could judge the knockout round.
I like that.
Wow, monk milk really does work.
Okay, quick, back to the Zoom room. This is an upfront double elimination at the start. Our 3 lowest teams will all respond to the same prompt. The winner will get to be considered along with the rest of our week 2 song. In a way, it is the miracle we hope for.
It is kind of a miracle.
We're gonna get to hear another song from every single team.
I think I'm also just like happy that we didn't have to officially say goodbye to anybody and that we're gonna get to hear more music from people. I think we had just gotten to hear people's voices, and so it's nice that we're gonna get another chance to see like their perspective as artists.
Our trio tie for the bottom, so the ones who are in danger or whatever, is Team Banana Stand, Zephyrs, and the Miscreants.
Okay.
Oh, that's not our name. Ooh, that's not our name. And then it was our name. So, right. That I was going up the roller coaster, then quickly came down.
I definitely didn't think we were in the bottom. I thought, we had a solid song.
To hear that we were in the bottom 3, that hurt.
You know in your heart the way something goes over. I liked Icarus. I am proud of Icarus. But the second it played, I felt it in my gut and I knew I'm going to be in the bottom. So honestly, the tie for 3rd was just like a crazy blessing. One more chance. Like I get one more chance.
After not hearing my name in that bottom 3, it was quite the weight off my shoulders.
Wow, people actually like our stuff. Holy crap. And you'll see, like I said,
I thought all the other songs were so good, and that's why I was honestly shocked to be in the top 3, because I was really impressed by what everyone else came up with. So it was honestly a really big honor to have ranked so high amongst what everyone else made.
For this week, it's Duets Week. And what we're going to do is you are going to choose a relationship from the relationships we put up on the board, and then you're going to spin the wheel for the scenario that will be assigned to that relationship. Okay? So first you're going to look at relationships and you're going to pick the relationships. Okay, here are your 8 choices. All right, so we're starting off with Team Diesel Feather. Which relationship would you like to write?
I think based on what we just wrote about, where it's more of an employee situation and potentially a pet, if you will. I think we're gonna go for something still fiery in a different way with enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers.
Lovers.
It's a good
Okay.
choice.
Roman, go ahead and choose yours.
I wanted that one. That's okay. I'll take therapist and client.
Therapist and client.
I've only seen that in falsettos and maybe something else before. Yes, like I need that.
Team Rainbow.
I think we're leaning towards parent and child.
Parent and child. Everyone else. Team head-to-head double elimination. I think I'm gonna go somewhat easy on you with this part. Oh no, actually I totally changed my mind. I'm gonna be pretty mean. Let's do perfect strangers.
So this is the spin for Team Diesel Feather, who have the enemies to lovers. And once again, you get 2 spins if you don't like the first one.
Confession.
A confession. These are not keywords. These are your whole prompts.
Enemies to lover, confession. That's good.
That's
juicy.
really good. I mean, I think we should just spin just to have it, but I'm very intrigued.
Bird.
A spicy song. Literally enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Or interpret it as you want.
Okay, I think we're gonna go with confession, but that was tough.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Enemies
Maybe
to
it'll be a
lovers.
spicy confession. Who's to say?
Yeah, who's to say?
There you go.
I feel like enemies to lovers inherently needs a confession to be able to make that journey. So hopefully we made the right choice, but I guess we'll find out on filming day.
Team Rainbow. Team Rainbow gets parent and child in a corn maze.
As soon as I saw it on the wheel, I was like, ooh, I hope we get corn maze. I hope we get corn maze. Something about the energy just aligned with me. Like, it just made sense. It's actually the one I was hoping for, but I want to see what the second one is.
I want to see.
I don't know if this is like crazy, but I've never been to a Cracker Barrel. So I was like, I don't think I have the proper expertise to write about this, but I have been to a corn maze before, and I have gotten lost in a corn maze before, so I want corn maze.
Okay.
In a corn maze?
I'm cool with whatever. I just wanted to see.
Yes, of course.
Parent and child in a corn maze. All right, and Team Roman.
In honor of our shucked producer, guest judge, you have to go with corn maze.
Therapist and client winning the lottery.
Whoa.
I'm taking it.
You're taking it?
You're taking it?
That's the one? You don't even want to see the other option?
Nope, give me it. Then I saw winning the lottery and I was like, oh, if I win, if I get that, I'm taking it first. And I did.
Okay, so
All right.
everyone else, the perfect strangers, what are they going to be doing?
I'm going to choose it. I want to see 2 options, and I'm going to choose the worst option, I think.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Perfect strangers reunited. That makes no
Does
sense.
that make sense?
Okay, let's see the second spin. Perfect strangers betrayal. Interesting. I think betrayal's easier, and reunited is really hard. And I'm interested
Take
to
a lot
see
of
who can
creativity.
pull off. We're going with reunited. So if you are in the bottom 3 teams, you need to write a Perfect Strangers reunited song. And I think the risks are huge, but the rewards could be incredible. It just kept getting worse. It just kept getting worse.
Like Perfect Strangers, I was like, okay, we can fine with that. We could work with that. It was until they said reunited as opposed to betrayed. I could have done so much with betrayed. I felt like that also gives more opportunity and versatility because we could have made it spicy. We could have made it murderous. We still can, but there would have been better opportunity within the prompt had we been given that opportunity.
There are very few situations that come to mind, if any at all.
Well, I think that's the best thing about it. Like, it's not like, oh, hey, this is fun and go do it. It's like, hey, this is really hard. We are very literally fighting for our place just to remain in the competition. Like, and then we have to compete again in the same episode. So I really like the prompt.
I love to complain, and I do. I love to be like, I can't believe our prompt was this, but it was just the perfect amount of parameters that I was like, perfect strangers reuniting. There's only a couple things that you can think of, and I kind of had my idea like pretty quickly. For better or for worse, I'll have something, and it'll be in there.
With that, I think we pretty much need to wrap.
Yeah.
Let's thank our guest judge one more time. Thank you so much, Taylor Feldman, and thank you to our regular judges, and thank you to all of you for being here to film this.
I just want to applaud every single one of you because I love the ground floor of this stuff, and hearing you guys having only a certain amount of time to do it and then coming through with these bangers. That's crazy stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see the little 29-hour readings of these after you've really I want to see a musical. Now I want to see a musical about pigeons, which is
Happy writing. This was crazy, and best of luck as we move into the next round.
The moment right after we stopped filming, I was already writing down exactly what I thought this should be.
This next song is going to be nothing but hopefully grabs. I want people to be able to sing every part of the song after the first listen.
When I was driving away from last week's filming, I was getting texts from Brayley okay, here's what I have this idea, let's go. And I was like, this is awesome. I probably shouldn't respond to all these while I'm driving, but good, just let it keep going.
This last week was a whirlwind. We definitely have our work cut out for us, and the other teams have definitely set the bar. So I'm excited to see what they are bringing to the table.
I'm going to threaten the judges once again and say, come at me. Try to take points away from me again. I'm going to say it again.
I'm really glad that we got the hardest prompt because it's good to be challenged.
I'm very much excited to see where we all go with it.
I wish everyone the best of luck because y'all are killing it.
I believe that our next episode will go very well.
Monk milk. This satisfying, refreshing, fulfilling drink nourishes more than your typical smoothie. Monk milk is ethically sourced from Tibetan monasteries, directly from the monks themselves, straight into your bottle. Take one sip and experience improved clarity of the mind and vitality of the soul. Monk milk. Sip, sip, hooray.
Welcome back to the Showpeople Songwriting Showdown. I'm your host, Amanda Lee Morrill. This is your previous host and now advisor, Miles. Let's say hello to our regular judges, Brighton.
Hi.
Hey, Colby. This is a very special episode of Triple S.
A surprise one.
A surprise one. We were not planning on this, but last week you may recall that we had 3 teams tied for the bottom position, which we were planning to eliminate 2. So we're having a little head-to-head showdown moment.
I kind of walked in a little dejected, not gonna lie. I was clinging to faith. I was clinging to hope, but I was like, I don't know if they get us. And also I'm a realist and I'm very logical about things. So I'm like, the odds of us surviving 2 eliminations in 1 episode, they're not that great.
Last week I was very much like, I'm here to make friends and flex my muscles. But this week, we're out for blood.
We had 2 weeks. Amazing. Great. That's so much time. Can't wait to use all of it efficiently.
We have a team that went from 2 people to 1 person. So Priscilla, can you talk a little bit about where your partner is?
It's Tuesday of the 2nd week. And William texts me and is like, hey, I don't know if we should move forward just because we don't have anything started. It's Tuesday of the week of it because I just don't want to turn in a bad product. You know what I mean? I think that'd be worse than just kind of bowing out now. And I'm like, no, that means I can do it. I said, give me till the end of the day. I was writing it in my head. I wrote down the Post-it notes and it was all in Chinese chicken scratch. These 5th graders probably think that there's genuinely something wrong with their proctor. That's fine. It's all for the grind. I get out. I go to work lunch right after. So I'm opening little kids' chocolate milks and singing the melody into my phone. The next day I get the text of him being like, I think I gotta drop out. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, hey, I completely understand. I used to be partners with William, and then no like drama or anything. I think his work schedule this week was just a lot more than he thought it would be, which is completely understandable. And my only negative feelings are that it's just sad, like, to get along well with somebody and then to have them be overwhelmed. So I texted him and I was like, let me support whatever else you're doing personally. But it was definitely sad to lose him just out of the camaraderie's sake.
Well, we wish him well. Like, I think everybody involved in the competition, you know, has a good thought for him and hopes that, like, I mean, life does be lifing. So we can all relate to that. We'll see how you do as a solo artist instead of a songwriting pair.
I get the email from Miles being like, are you still going to compete? I was like, yeah. And that was a bold thing to say, but I felt it in my heart. I was like, it's going to get done. I just hope he knows that I truly loved working with him, and I still think we were meant to be partners for at least that one song. And if I do well, you're there with me.
So we will be hearing 3 songs today. We will have songs from which teams, Miles?
Banana Stand, Team Zephyrs, and the Miscreants.
And we will hear them in that order. So let's get right into it, starting with the Banana Stand. All of you had the same prompt. Perfect Strangers reunited.
Strangers in the Night.
We just started with the lyrics, and then Ben sort of took it away with the composition and created a delicious little composition.
It's a woman who sees a stray in the yard, and we definitely upped our game from last week.
I've been so lonely in the city, needing friendship, missing touch, that when I saw that ugly kitty, I felt such a bond, I had to make it my friend.
It's so hard here in the city, finding food without a home. I find mice, I eat some garbage, but there's nowhere that's my own. I need a friend.
Here's a treat, come back again, I won't push you or watch, I'll just
Hold that food's for me, gonna take it, where'd it come from? I don't care, never thought I'd taste a cantaloupe.
Oh, he came in the night, gotta get some kibble, maybe he'll come back again.
Scrumptious cat food that I recognize, maybe this could be my home. But when she sees me, she won't feed me. If she sees me, she won't love me.
I've never met him, haven't pet him, still I feel like he's mine. I leave food every night on the deck when will our stars align. My strange friend.
I come at night so she won't realize I'm not a cute little kitten, more like a mangled mitten. Hate to say I'm smitten with this human. Bowl's empty again. Don't know how I pushed her away. Did she see me? She didn't feed me. If she saw me, she doesn't love me.
Got the flight to forever, stuck on the runway, my god, what a rain.
Is she home? Where's the food? Gotta fight the stomach pain.
Hope my little buddy isn't too mad, can't get a sitter for a feral cat. Man, it looks bad outside. There he is, here he comes, he needs some food.
If she's here, where's the food? Wait, the door is open.
Kitty, kitty, get some meat.
Guess I'll go and find a treat.
He's coming in.
Never been in. Guess I'll go for it. She sees me.
I see him.
She sees
I see
me.
him and I love him. At last we've been united.
Strangers reunited.
Well, I've never had a pet raccoon, but I've never had a pet cat either.
Human,
my friend.
Wow. Congratulations. What a lovely song.
I also liked going first because it allowed us to set the standard. Like, hey, this is what we're bringing to the table. You have to bring something better.
I think that nailed the prompt. That's a very creative way to meet a very, very challenging prompt. And there was even a twist within a twist. The prompt to me is a twist, but right at the end, finding out that this is in fact a raccoon and not a kitten. I thought it was just going to be an old mangy cat, but then it's a raccoon.
I love the raccoon twist. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I loved it a lot. I was like, oh, this is perfect.
It's much more melodic than what we saw from this team last week, and I really appreciated that. I do think some of those melodic lines are maybe like difficult for a singer to achieve, and some of the rhythms don't lend themselves to breathing maybe when you need to. I think ultimately breath can guide rhythm, and that's okay.
The breathing of the singers, I wasn't fond of that comment because everything in this song I sang at least large number of times. So like I knew that the breathing was gonna work. I knew that, okay, this phrase is definitely singable by a person who's not a professional singer, because I'm not a professional singer.
I greatly enjoyed the epicness of it in your use of the orchestration, but also it's got the vocal stylings of epic musical theater, you know?
I think one of the biggest things was definitely that we had to record our own demo. Because we really only had our own limitations, I was able to like fully orchestrate this. That's something like that I do on a regular basis. So it gave us a chance to set ourselves apart.
The vocals were obviously Tony Award winning. For sure.
There's some lyrics in here that I don't think are set as best as they possibly could. There's nowhere that's my own, I need a friend. Just speak that line, but there's nowhere that's my own, I need a friend. I gloss right over whereas musically you've given not only the same duration of time as friend, but you've also given it the high point in your melody, which is highlighting it more than that A would probably ever merit.
Sure, you could get picky about that. I'm not going to argue with Miles about it. Did it fit the structure? Yes. Could we have replaced it with the word one friend? Probably.
A feral cat sitter, new dream job. And then I just wrote the drama with drama in all caps. Why am I going to cry? And then 6 season 1 reference.
Yeah, raccoon songs have traditionally been well loved in this competition. They're some of the most beloved anthems we ever get.
One man's trash, she's another man's treasure. With all these goodies, I'm far too full to measure. Like grandma taught me, the garbage life is one of leisure.
I actually found a stuffed raccoon for sale for $1 today online, and I was like, ooh, I really ought to buy that. Should I buy that? I should probably buy that.
I thought overall it was pretty good. I felt like it was a little long. I'm a big stickler for like economy in songs. They're just like fading out of the song a little by the end. And I did like the end because it was very funny and like the raccoon and everything.
At that point, like I knew we had done the work and I knew we had come with a really good product given the insane prompt, given the no advising session. I think we really hit the nail on the head, and I knew it was just going to come down to what the other teams produced.
To start off, Colby, if you like efficiency in songs, you're gonna love this, because in my excitement to get this done, I was still like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So the angle I went from was a girl being hit on a little too aggressively at the bar, so she goes to reunite with her boyfriend, who is actually a perfect stranger. So it's him playing along and going along with that. So where the song starts, she has immediately approached a perfect stranger at the bar. I hope you enjoy Boyfriend for the Night. Well, this is crazy, reuniting with my lover at the bar. Not that crazy because it makes sense, I would be where you are. Well, that doesn't matter, cause I'm in La La Love and taken.
Oh, do I know who you...
Sidebar, I'm Kate.
Matthew, can I help?
See the guy at 12 o'clock, greasy hair and a wrinkled top. He made a pass and grabbed my ass, does not know when to stop.
I was hoping he might respect a man.
I'm not following.
If you're not busy, maybe can you be my boyfriend for the night?
Yeah, I guess that would be alright.
Alright?
Alright. Can I get a drink from my sweet girlfriend? But she'll be so much more soon.
Oh.
Look at this here perfect woman. She will have a ring by June.
I just asked for the evening, not quite for better or for worse.
Cut me some slack. I've never done this before.
Okay, watch me. Every time I see my boyfriend, it's like the first time we've met. What a strong, protective fella. How lucky can one gal get?
Fella? Gal? Are we in old Hollywood?
No, but this guy's about to be gone with the wind.
That was painful.
I know. Okay, come on, he's watching. Reuniting with someone I know like the back of my hand. Reuniting. He's
finishing her sentences.
'Cause he can. Who knew that love could feel like this? My heart still flutters when we... Oh! He's gone! Thanks again, Matt.
Well, this is crazy. My perfect stranger come and gone like that. Funny enough, I might have seen her before in a dream I had, and I wouldn't mind it if I crossed paths with her again.
Kate, sidebar? Your drink is on the way if you want it.
Plus the night's not over. I'm still your boyfriend until then.
I guess that's true.
So, tell me about yourself.
I texted Braylee maybe right after she was done, and I said, "That's a banger," because it really was.
Yeah.
I thought that her story was such a cute and unique take. I thought the song was really cute and well written. I could see the scene playing out in my head.
Let's start with Miles. Can you give some comments and then?
Jeez. Partway through, I was panicking because I was like, I just had a sense that Amanda was going to call on me first. I was like, I don't have anything to say other than I was just so greatly enjoying this. And I want to sing this. And very TV musical theater style. When musical theater influences TV shows, like Crazy Ex-Girlfriend kind of writing, which I'm a big fan because, come on, integration of musical theater into the mainstream. Favorite moment was the united harmonies at the speed that they were at were greatly enjoyed. Amanda, you didn't give me enough time to say anything negative about it. So
I love the intertwining of the vocal lines, like Miles mentioned, with the kind of like back and forth sort of pattery bits. And then the last note, I didn't get a chance to finish it, but it just says, great.
I also really liked the song. I liked the syncopation, and like I thought the storytelling was very, very strong. Like you were learning a lot about these people, not only about the story, but about these people individually. And it was just really cute. The ending was really cute.
This is actually too relatable. The whole idea of like going up to some random person and be like, quick, be my date because somebody's bothering me, bro. I was like, that's real. And just like hearing like the whole trajectory of the story, I was like, yo, this is actually phenomenal.
When Priscilla's song played, I was like, right. That's a good song. I was texting Nate like, damn, that one was good though.
I think that little, I call it a hocketing effect because I have too many music degrees and not enough gigs. It's nice to see like a very successful little hocket moment in a musical theater context. I would have liked it to happen second. So if they sing reunited together the first time, then I think a trick like that is even more legible and effective when it happens next. But what I wrote down is you told an entire story in this 2.5 minutes. It was, beginning, middle, end, fleshed out development. I was rooting for a couple by the end that didn't know each other when the song started. I think it's a strength of yours that just from a piano vocal, I know how I would want to orchestrate it.
You guys need to know that I wrote this at work a cappella, so the voice memo I was sending to people trying to make them understand, I was like, unite, and I was like trying to make it all happen at once. So just picture that.
Could we get access to that voice memo? Because that would be amazing.
You could, but
but
You
the
have
world
to really
cannot.
think about it before publishing that.
Okay, so we're going to go to Team Miscreants next.
Hello, all of you lovely humans. We definitely decided to focus a little bit more on reincarnation, in that, like, ancient legends tell of a phenomenon where intertwined souls reunite in different lifetimes. So our story follows two singers whose first rehearsal sparks a pivotal moment or the stirrings of recollection when they finally hear each other's voices. The moment their melodies intertwine, an overwhelming wave of questions and emotions flood them as each note resonates deep within, stirring echoes of memory.
I know this voice. I know this voice I hear, as if the legend's real. I know this melody, like something's calling me, aching for me. What could this be? This melody, it's like I heard it in the past life, a song that's written just for me. What should I do? Could it be true? Eternal love is different lifetime, someone my heart knows I cling to. A smile, a step I take to you, a step before I'm sure I've made. But can I say that it's a separate call? Should I just risk it anyway? I've heard where all the elders think of this, of souls that bond through space and time. The legends say that you cannot resist when destinies are intertwined. What should I say? Starting today, to reconnect our different timelines. Would I be getting in the way? Knowing that knowing what we could be. Eternal love was different lifetimes. Or would she only disagree? What am I to do? Am I supposed to walk right up to her? How can I persist? Should I act like everything is fine? There was a mic. Should I tell her what we are? We were for the kids. How our fates have been aligned. Standing on a precipice. Should I set this precedent? Do I have control? Or show some self-control? What happens in this lifetime? But what if she's my lifeline? Oh, that's all the one designed to fit my mold. Now that I see the next step soft on me, eternal love is through each lifetime, still strangers in reality.
Simone came to me being like, I wrote a song. I was like, what? I was like, okay. And so I looked it over and I was like, yo, this is like actually brilliant. Okay.
This is why I wrote the song. I was feeling the pressure and I was like, we're going to get eliminated. So I was like, okay, what do we do? What's the story? What do we do?
Hearing that and then hearing your song from last week, I'm really getting an idea of your musical style and I like it. It's very just sort of have an atmosphere that's really gets into the body. Like there is a physical, like warm feeling hearing that, even with like a not super highly produced demo. Like it does have like I think a physical effect on the listener, which is really cool. And I think the melody was like not catchy, but really listenable in a way where it's like this is a nice melody, even if it's not like an earworm exactly. And the lyrics, I think were also kind of sweet and cute. And I liked the abstract sort of less expected approach to the prompt.
Nate is our lyricsologist, and so they came in with the sweet, sweet words.
The rhyme space and time with intertwined, I was like mind blown. from like a playwriting perspective, the typography was really cool in the lyric sheet. My little playwright heart was like, yay, this is going to be literally so hard, and I am sad.
Okay. This is a good pause, is what it is. I'm fascinated by you two and what you write. I'm gonna start with just Davy Jones was my favorite song last week, and I was very disappointed that you two ended up in the bottom 3. So just needed to say that for the record, that there was some Davy Jones love. Okay, so Colby touched a little bit on catchiness versus earwormness, and I agree with it overall, but I think the ultimate thing that I care about in terms of remembering a melody is when I see the title, does it take me back to that melodic space? And this one does. Eternal lovers, different lifetimes. It's right there. It comes back to me. I don't know if there's anything else that I can sing from it, but the title brings me to your song. And I think that correlation is what matters the most to me in terms of catchiness. There is so much intelligence in all of your lyrics. Yeah. Only thing I think I can say, Colby touched on it, you have a very distinct style. If you make it past the knockout and past the quarterfinals into the semifinals, I would be curious to hear something different.
We both hate writing happy songs. So like writing a love song, I found personally very difficult. And I feel like we both kind of struggled on like, how do we do this in a way that isn't cliche? How do we say words that haven't been said a million times?
My main thing for going into musical theater was I'm going to learn all of the rules so I can break them. So that is basically where we're at.
I have many similar feelings to Miles. I did not think that your song last week would put you in the bottom. You two are so strong writing together. There's such a clear voice. When you hear this team song, you know it was this team, you know? I adore your music. Last week, I wanted a concept album based off that song. This week, I do want a musical, which I think is good because this is ultimately a musical theater songwriting competition, so it should hint at a show.
We focused a lot on if this is a real show, what is going to happen after this, what happens before this. I've been listening to a bunch of Harry Potter fan fiction, and I listened to this Draco and Hermione fan fiction where they was going back in time, right? They was flip-flopping through time. But in every time, they would be like, I feel like we're supposed to be together.
I'm a fan of Aida. This hit me a little bit like a sapphic Aida moment where like truly they will find each other no matter what in every version of their lives. You expertly wove together these melodies, and this is going to be the toughest choice in the world. But it was a beautiful song, and once again, beautifully sung. Like, just such a treat to hear another song from each of our 3 teams.
Yeah. Well, who can complain? Because we get to hear everyone write in a second song this week. So.
But probably someone's going to complain, and we welcome that as well. This is terrifying. So judges, take a look over your scores again, because I'm going to navigate over to the tab that tells me who has won and who will be moving on to the next round.
You know, I'm going to be disappointed if we don't move on to the next round, but like all of these songs have potential to move forward.
It was also interesting to hear how everyone interpreted the prop. I was nervous that someone would interpret it the way that we did, and I was pleasantly surprised that no one did.
By the closest margin I think we've ever seen,
I bet,
our winning team is Team Zephyr. Closest margins of all time. Congratulations, Priscilla. And Priscilla, how does it feel?
Being able to like rearrange and like put something that I'm really proud of out, and then like it feels really good. I'm really excited about it.
I knew she was going to go on to the next round. Like, it's catchy, it's fun, it fits the prompt, like it's going to move on.
When they were like, yeah, Priscilla did this whole thing by herself, I was like, yep, that's it. I was like, that's a wrap. Most definitely.
You showed up this week, and I mean, it's an incredible song. The versatility you've already shown within the team has been like really nice to see. Team Miscreants, like, we need more musicals like what you two would write. There's a sound that's not on Broadway. You don't even hear it off Broadway, and we need that sound.
I was devastated. I was really sad because I was holding out hope. But it's okay because I did feel like it was deserved. I didn't feel robbed, but I was like sad that I was like, oh, this is over now. Like I was having fun.
I was crushed. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go lay down now. Yeah, I was like, oh, we were just starting to like really get into the swing of this, but like I very much got like a lot of the critiques that we got, and I was like, okay, so I know this is definitely not the end of the miscreants, so I feel like that's sort of what little bit of hope I have left.
Keep doing what you're doing, because like you wouldn't be here if we didn't think that you guys were incredible.
Ben and Braley, the improvement from last week, you are so much stronger as a team. Your lyrics are so clever.
You have such a great sense of humor that you put into your writing, which is very Showpeople.
I want to thank the collective for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
This has been a pretty fun experience, I will say.
I'm really thankful for this opportunity. I'm in very much like a desert, a long way away from other performing arts opportunities, and so being able to collaborate like this was really neat.
I don't know of another program that sort of does this.
It's always fun to write a silly song on my own, but to actually get to share it with somebody and then get to share it with more people was a really neat experience.
Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what like everyone else creates and like seeing when it gets like released out into the world. Everyone was like real talented. Sorry, was really talented. So best of luck to like everybody else. I feel like it's only gonna get more and more cutthroat as like the episodes progress.
I definitely would love to come back for like a season 3 and like defeat everybody. That would be really cool.
Thank you so much for supporting us. If you supported us, if you like our sounds, please find us on social media. We're probably working hard to make music for somebody.
Y'all definitely have like not seen the last of us. We're going to keep creating more like sexy haunted music.
I want to thank my friends and my family for supporting me through everything I do. Check out Unstoppable the musical. I'm hoping to have a reading by the end of this year. And you can follow me at The Braley Show.
Also, keep making weird theater, because weird theater is important, so.
My one question is it still Team Zephyrs or is it Team Zephyr?
Oh, that's a great. I was wondering. I was like, should I just change the name as a whole? Like, I'll ponder for next time.
If anyone wants to hire me, though, I am seeking employment. I'll sing. I'll write songs. I'm just saying.